Sanchez-Brown, you say that after 4 years and multiple children together, your marriage is now in crisis. You claim your husband is denying paternity of your 1-month-old daughter, Journey, and it is tearing you apart. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Brown, you say your wife kicked you out of the house in order to realize her fantasy of being a middle-aged single sorority girl.
Yes, Your Honor.
You claim your wife spent that 3-month separation with multiple men, and you say it is physically impossible for you to have fathered her daughter. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
This case was referred to me by Judges Dana and Keith Cutler after cheating allegations landed you in their court. Ms. Sanchez-Brown, how have his accusations put your marriage in crisis?
Sean knows that he's the father of our daughter. I did not make this child by myself, and for him to deny her, yeah, it hurts my feelings. It really breaks me down as a mother. I'm a mother of 7. A mother of 7 kids. But me and him,
You're a mother of 7 children.
Of 7 children.
At 25 years old.
Yes. And for him to just deny her like that after we had 4 together, so why all of a sudden would he accuse me of cheating, of anything, when he knows that this is his?
Your Honor, the baby not mine simply because we've been going through a lot. She ended up kicking me out the house during this time. And so as respectful I am, I left the house.
But kicking you out the house doesn't mean she made a baby with somebody else.
It do, because during the time she kicked me out the house, this was her time to, have her fun. She wanted to go out. I was going to pick up our other kids, babysitting. She dressing nice. She's going out to all different clubs. I have people calling me saying they're seeing her with other men. And then during the time that she conceived the baby, I wasn't even at the house.
And so were you living the single life, Miss Sanchez-Brown?
No.
You were not?
It's no time to play because I have 7 kids. If I'm gonna play, it's with my kids. And on top of that, he was never kicked out. He was back and forth. So it's like he'll leave and then he'll come back.
Okay, but during
and
that
we're
time,
still sexually active.
But during that time, Your Honor, a man even approached me saying I slept with your wife. And so a man just up out his mouth and say that to me, how do I supposed to feel?
Who is this man?
From what I know, just a person from the neighborhood that knows her.
And he just walks up to you and says, "Excuse me, Mr. Brown."
Because of the
He's a family friend.
A family friend.
You know who this man is?
Yes, I do.
You say it's a family friend?
He's a family friend, and he's been around me since forever.
But were you having sex with him?
No. He probably got mad at him for yelling at him or something.
So why would a man tell your husband, "I am having sex with your wife," even if he was mad at the way he was yelling, he didn't like the way he was treating you? There are a whole bunch more things he could say to your husband besides,
Your Honor,
"I'm sleeping with your wife." That's not gonna diffuse the situation. That's gonna make it pop off even worse.
Your Honor.
I don't know if the man wanted to even like me or anything. So.
Your Honor, I got family members, her family members calling me up. One night, Crystal dropped the kids off at 4, 5 in the morning. Hey, Crystal ain't been over here to pick up the kids. I got to stop what I'm doing at 5 in the morning to go pick these kids up. So where are you at?
My friend's car had broke down and overheated, and that's where all this is coming from. Because I just literally got stranded.
At 5 a.m.? How'd you get stranded out at 5 a.m.?
I was out the night before. He's telling the truth. I was out the night before hanging out with some friends, and we left around 2, and we were driving.
But you just said you just said the only playing and the only stuff you do is with your kids because you got 7 kids and you're not out here running around going out. Now you're out.
I go out. It's just I don't go out like how he's claiming to be, as if I'm like a party girl or anything like that. It's just to get away for a little
Well, if you go out somewhere and you're stranded out until 5 a.m., where else are you except a party? Where are you?
I was out partying.
Because nothing lasts till 2 a.m. but a party.
And she telling me during this time, Your Honor, about us arguing so much and that we got the kids, that she needs time to herself. she want to go, you know, drink, and I've been with her for years, and she never, you know, wanted to drink and do these things. So what I supposed to do if I'm seeing the difference in my wife? All of a sudden now you want to go out. All of a sudden now you want to have your space. And
Oh, so you're believing that this whole kick you out the house thing, you all live separately, she needs some space, was to give her room
yes,
to
Your
live
Honor.
out her
Yes, Your
sorority girl fantasy, you
Yes,
said?
Your Honor.
No.
But how can I not believe that, Your Honor? I got friends that owns nights clubs and bars. One of my friends called me because he simply seen her at a club with another man.
Oh,
Simply
really?
called me up. They both getting drunk, wasted. Then she leaves with the man. My homie called me up. I'm trying to call her phone. She not answering. Well, I got the kids at home.
So your friend sees your wife with another man at the club.
Yes.
I want to hear from that friend. Jerome, will you please escort Mr. Booth into the courtroom?
Go right up here on the left, stand on the left side of him.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Mr. Booth, thank you for joining us today. What is your relationship to Mr. Brown?
Oh, Mr. Brown, like a big brother to me.
All right.
Like, I've been knowing him for about 10 years. I'm also a DJ at the club that I had seen Crystal at. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so Mr. Brown has testified that you saw with your own eyes his wife out with another man at this club.
Yes, Sean.
What did you see?
I say around Saturday, September 16th, last year, I had seen Crystal in the club with, you know what I mean, a guy, he a little taller than me with dreads, you know what I mean? She had a little freaky dress on, a little sexy dress on, you know what I mean? He was pop, locking, dropping it, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Where it
She was pop, locking, and dropping it?
And Your Honor, how do I supposed to feel as a man? Well, my homie, this is my homie, man. He work at the club. He calling me, man. He see my girl at the club. How you think I feel about that, man? And this is...
And
Not
you
just
know
one
it.
time, neither. Not just one time, I seen him several times.
You've seen her
Nah,
several
that's
times
not-
with
Several
that man?
Not him, different guys, you know what I'm saying? So like the first time I seen him, I ain't, you know what I mean, I ain't call him, I was back, I'm like, all right, man, that's probably just somebody she with while the band, they probably come kick it. But the second, third time, I'm like, whoa, so I got to holler at my man, this is my blood right here. You know
And that's during the time that the baby was conceived, Your Honor.
So you say it was Saturday, September 16th, and you remember it because you were DJing that night.
Yeah, that's that first, from the first time, I remember that like it was yesterday.
And Mr. Brown, you say that was during the time when you all were separated.
That was during the time where we were separated, and that's during the time that the baby was conceived.
And you submitted a calendar to the court.
Yes, and I step up and show you the calendar, Your Honor?
Please step up and show us, sir.
During the time at the end of August, me and my wife was getting into it, Your Honor. This is when I was kicked out. Journey was born on, as you can see, June 15th. So basically during the time she was conceived was in September, and I was kicked out the house. This is the time
So
she was
1, 2,
partying.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right in September.
Right in September, and...
The conception window would be right in September during the time you said you were kicked out of the house and you were not sexually active with your wife.
And I wasn't sexually active with my wife, and I didn't get back into the house until the beginning of November, and that's when she told me everything, so of course I denied it.
And Mr. Booth has testified that September 16th, Saturday, was the day he saw her at the club, pop, locking, and dropping it.
Yes, Your Honor.
With the other guy.
Yes, Your Honor.
Which falls right next to the window of conception.
Yes, Your Honor.
Which is outlined. You may step back to the podium, sir. So, Mr. Brown, is it your testimony that you were not sexually active with your wife during these months when you were outside of the house? That means the end of August, September,
Yes,
and
Your Honor.
October.
Yes, Your Honor, we were not sexual.
So
active.
untrue.
We didn't do nothing.
So untrue.
And then, Your Honor, I want to bring up when the baby was born, I was at the hospital. We got back on good terms. I signed the footprints. Next thing I know, her family members are coming with this same man that said he slept with my wife. Security had to exit me out the hospital, and that's why I didn't sign a birth certificate. I got all crazy up in the hospital.
He did sign the birth certificate.
He signed the birth
signed it.
certificate?
I got all crazy.
I have the evidence right here. He has signed the birth certificate.
I'd like to see that evidence. Jerome, can you pass that to me, please?
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You've presented to the court certificate of birth, father's full name, Sean Brown, child's full name, Journey Marie Brown. This is the certificate of birth.
From my understanding, Your Honor, I signed the footprints, and like I said, during the hospital, I was escorted out by security because the same man that said he slept with my wife was there present bringing gifts.
That's the thing.
So how do I supposed to feel as a man? So if you're denying
her, then why
when
would you sign it?
they letting this man up in the hospital to come see my baby, if that's my baby?
Was he up there bringing a gift, Miss Brown?
Yes, he was, but like other people were giving me gifts.
But if he had already got into it with your husband saying that he was
stopped
sleeping
talking
with you.
to him after that, so I don't even know why.
Well, then further, what I want to understand is if he was up there, stop talking when I'm talking. Because this doesn't make any sense. A man comes up to your husband outside of a house, tells him I'm sleeping with your wife. You go have a baby. You said you had reconciled with your husband. Y'all were trying to figure this thing out. He's up at the hospital signing a certificate of birth, and this man come up with a gift. That don't make no sense.
I don't know if he likes me or obsessed with me, but he has brought a lot of drama between me and my husband.
Oh, that's some drama.
So that's the thing.
But what we want to know is, did he bring more than drama? Did he help bring a baby into the world is what we're here to figure out.
Never.
And the problem is your husband has stated that he signed a certificate of birth. That's the little page where they put the baby's feet on it.
Yeah, that's
But he says he did not sign the birth certificate, but you say that's false.
That's
This court actually located and uncovered a copy of Journey's birth certificate. And in fact, under her legal certificate of live birth, there is no father's name listed.
Thank you. If that's my daughter, and why I'm getting escorted out, so of course I'm not finna sign the birth certificate.
The reason why he got escorted out because he was being loud, and I said, I'm not gonna have you yelling around
Okay, but
baby.
if that's my baby, you should want me there before anybody. Why would I want to leave?
But you denied her.
Okay.
That was the thing. When you
But
first
I'm
looked at her,
still
you're like,
showing up,
oh,
though.
she's too white, she's too whatever.
So you're saying, Ms. Brown, when the baby was born, your husband immediately said, that's not my baby.
He's like, she's too light, she doesn't look like me.
I'm thinking maybe the other man is the father.
All right. What's it like at home now?
It's miserable because you don't know where your marriage stands and everything with the kids and then him denying and everything is just all up in one where I don't even know where our marriage stands as of today.
So you just had a baby 1 month ago. That's stressful enough.
But I'm still here as a man. She'll tell you, even them times when she going out, I'm showing up babysitting, right? I'm picking up my kids. I'm there. I'm letting you do you.
I just believe that he's trying to get out of the marriage. Either he's just accusing and poking at me, so of course I'm gonna get up and leave. I'm like, I can't take it no more.
And so when we arguing and she say I'm accusing her and I'm poking her, then I feel like that's her revenge to get back at me.
No.
All right. So I can
both
see right
ways.
now, we on the path to destruction. In a hurry, going nowhere fast. All these kids having to sit through this all day.
All day.
Don't nobody want to hear that. I don't want to hear it, so I know the kids don't want to hear
All
it.
day arguing, me getting kicked out the crib, and then I'm still supposed to, and I still come back and be there for her and the kids.
Well, that's why we need the answer. Because then you all have some decisions to make based upon the truth I'm about to give you. Jerome? Thank you. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Sanchez-Brown versus Brown, when it comes to 1-month-old Journey Brown, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Brown, you are the father.
the case?
No.
Your Honor, I just wanted to know, was the baby mine? And hopefully, I'm still gonna continue to do what I can, but at the end of the day, we still got a lot to work on because I'm always getting kicked out the crib.
You're doing something right now that I usually see the women do, Mr. Brown. You continue to harp on the past behavior. That's not gonna get us anywhere. Ms. Brown, you state you have begged and pleaded with your cousin to open today's case because he's being lied to and taken advantage of by Ms. Mcnair. You say he's so blinded by the love that he foolishly signed her child's birth certificate and you don't believe he's the father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Travis, you say you love the defendant's 22-month-old daughter, Mariyah, but you now fear she may not be your child.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Mcnair, you say your family has been torn apart by Mr. Travis's meddling cousin, and you claim you are certain he fathered your daughter, and you want to prove paternity and get his cousin out of your life. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Travis, what does Mariyah mean to you?
Your Honor, Mariyah mean the world to me. She's everything to me. She's my heart, she's my all. And if she's my baby, I want to be her father and be there for the man that I'm supposed to be.
So you love this baby?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Travis,
Yes,
and
Your
you
Honor.
are truly torn.
Yes, Your
because
Honor.
while you love this baby and devoted to Mariyah, you have some doubts.
Yes, Your Honor, I do. Because I went away 2015 in December, and while I was gone, I actually talked to my cousin, Tiara, and she told me that Miss Anitra was pregnant.
And so while you were away, she told you Ms. Mcnair had been
Pregnant.
intimate with other people, cheating,
Yes, Your Honor,
and got pregnant.
and got pregnant.
And he also have started for himself.
Tiara, where your proof at, baby?
I have proof. I have
Show me
started.
the
We
proof.
stay in
Show
the
me
same
the proof.
complex
Where
with
is
each
the-
other.
Can she show me the proof, Your Honor?
You know, I sent y'all a video of how I'm seeing her.
You did submit a video
Yes, Your Honor.
that shows how you caught her cheating.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's take a look at that.
Judge Lakes, I would like to show you my point of view from where I'm seeing Miss Mcnair getting picked up. She's getting picked up right there. Men are dropping her off and picking her up. From my window, you see her getting in cars, going back up to her house, and you see the cars that's coming in.
So you a
So you
stalker?
can see firsthand her getting in and out of cars.
Are you a
Yes,
stalker?
Your Honor.
And that looked like a pretty good view.
Yes, it is a pretty good view.
And so this isn't true, Miss McNair?
No, ma'am. it's
Cars
not.
weren't pulling in
No,
and out?
ma'am, it's not. No, ma'am, it's not.
While Mr. Travis was away, you
No,
weren't
no,
dating
ma'am.
or sexually active with anybody else?
No, ma'am, I was
That's
not.
a lie.
Your Honor, she actually told me she had a friend guy she was talking to, and it was just
But we
it was
wasn't
just a
sexually
friend
active,
thing.
though. We was
But
not sexually
he's
active,
dropping
though.
you off at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and you claim you just getting out of work. Like,
And
what you
why
doing?
only men? Why not a friend girl? Why only men?
Why is that your business?
Why only men?
Why is it your
Why
business?
only men though?
So a friend girl instead of a friend guy she needed to have. Friend guy just means a guy
She have
friend.
too many friend guys to me. So
What you got? What do you have, baby? Mind your business. Find you
Not
something
just
to
So
do.
you
friend
say
Worry
she
about
has a
me.
lot of guy friends
yes, Your Honor.
and you see them coming in and out.
Yes. And it's
And do
too
you
many.
see her coming out to meet them?
Yes, at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Tell me what's open
But it
at 1 or
wasn't
2
showing on the
o'clock in the
video,
morning.
though. It wasn't showing on the video.
It don't matter. I have
Oh, okay.
seen you.
Okay, Tiara, whatever.
And so you reported this back to Mr. Travis,
Yes,
your
I
cousin,
have. Yes, Your Honor.
that while you were away, Ms. McNair was playing.
Yes.
So, Mr. Travis, what was the nature of your relationship? Were you all committed?
We was.
You were.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, Your
ma'am.
Honor.
Boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Your
Serious relationship.
Yes, Your
So
Honor.
while you were out of town or away, Ms. McNair, you were expected to be faithful.
I was, Your Honor. I had friends, but it was nothing sexually active. I'm entitled to have someone else, you know, when he's not around, but we're not sexually active at all.
Why
When you
not
say
around?
you're entitled to have somebody else, what do you mean?
I do get lonely.
How lonely were you? I mean, what happened here?
Lonely enough to come out the house at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's it. That's all.
So why
Nothing more.
does it have to be with a guy? Why not with just a girlfriend, someone, a friend, a family member? Why guys?
I have girlfriends, but it's just different than having guy friends.
I never see him.
Only thing at 1 or 2 o'clock.
Because you see what you want to see, baby.
Yeah.
Record some
I
of the
never
females
see
that I
them.
have friends with.
Let's
They don't
look
never
at
come.
Miss
They never
McNair.
come.
Yes, ma'am.
So you are stating that these were just guy friends. They were friends of yours, guys, and you'd come over. Why were they coming over at 1 and 2 in the morning?
They wasn't coming over at 1 or 2 in the morning. Your Honor, Tiara's lying. She's lying. She don't, baby, do you have something that you got going on or something?
You're trying to put this child on my cousin when that's not
She's
his
his.
child.
She's his. Was you there when we was conceiving her?
No.
Okay, then
Your
how would
Honor,
know?
you have children?
Oh, okay.
I actually do.
How many months do you supposed to be pregnant?
Well, this is what we were about to get into. I know that. And you submitted a calendar to the court because you say the timeline is
Calendar?
off. My timeline was on.
She was pregnant for a year, though.
A
I have
calendar.
mine right. But you say Ms. McNair's timeline is off.
Yes.
So you submitted a calendar to the court.
Yes, ma'am.
No. Oh, Lord.
Can you tell the court what you have outlined?
Yes, ma'am, I can. My cousin, he went away in December. We found out in February, early March. Mariyah is born in October. So,
The time just don't add up, Your Honor.
If Mariyah was born in October, you count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'd be 11 months.
might as well be a year.
Which means the
You need to
window
mind your
of
business, baby.
conception.
You need to find you something to do and talk about besides me and my relationship, honey.
You've been pregnant a year, though, almost a year.
It just don't
It's not
add
adding
up, Your
up.
Honor.
It's
You
not.
right.
It don't
Whatever,
add up
Tia.
at
A
all.
whole year?
Whatever, Tierra.
I thought 9 months.
That's how long I was pregnant, 9 months?
No, you was pregnant a year.
Was you with me?
Almost a
Was you
year.
with me, though?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't
So
think
wait a minute. Even if we relied on your testimony and calculated the window of conception based upon an October 3rd birthday, it would still fall in January.
I found that I was pregnant in January, though. In January of 2016.
But you told us in February, early
That's when I
March.
told him in February, sweetheart.
Why? Why?
Why is that your business?
If you're pregnant in January, why
because
are you
I was
telling him
waiting
in March?
until I go to the doctor and
No,
confirm that I was pregnant before I let him
no.
know.
So Miss McNair, I do want to understand if the window of conception would have been in January for an October 3rd birthday, that's when Mr. Travis was away and you testified that that is true.
That's not his baby.
Tierra, you concerned more
That's
about
not
me
his
than you
baby.
is your own self, honey.
Because I know who
Where
my
your
baby's
man,
father
baby? Where you
is.
got a man?
So
know my
listen,
baby's father
listen.
is.
So
I'm
the
sure you
truth is, for these past 2 years, Mr. Travis,
Yes, Your Honor.
you've been completely devoted to Mariyah.
Yes, Your Honor.
You've helped raise her,
Yes, Your Honor.
love her, been her father figure.
Halfway.
Were you at the birth?
Yes, ma'am, I was. Yes, Your Honor.
Did you sign the birth certificate?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Because he's stupid. That's stupid.
Just mind your business, baby.
So wait a minute. So what I do want to understand, Ms. Brown, you are very protective over your cousin because you feel like he's in love with Ms. McNair and he's fallen in love with this baby,
She jealous
but
of
he's
me.
not paying attention to the fact.
Yes, and she's taking advantage of that.
She mad because she ain't got nobody to love her like he love me. She mad.
I just know who my
No
baby daddy
relationship.
is.
She's mad.
So, Mr. Travis, when you sign this birth certificate, I realize you see a beautiful baby, and even if you're hoping it's yours, that doesn't mean you don't have doubt. Did you have doubt when you signed this birth certificate?
Yes, Your Honor, I would be honest. I had doubt, but, I asked Miss Anitra about it, but she just told me that it's my baby. That's all she kept telling me, that it's my baby.
And he's stupid
had
because he
doubt.
believed her.
And then even with the doubt, 2 years, Mariyah's almost 2, you stuck by her?
Yes, Your Honor. I grew up without a father, Your Honor, and I always told myself if I have any child in this world that I'm gonna be better than my father. I want to be there every day, every step of the way for my kid.
But that's not your child.
Again, was you there when we was
Stop
conceiving
saying
her?
your child.
When you look at the calendar we presented, did that increase your doubt?
Yes, Your Honor, because to be honest, it don't add up to me. Like, if you was pregnant, why would you tell me towards the middle of March, the middle of February, beginning of March? I feel like if you were pregnant, you should have told me then when you first got pregnant.
And you found out in January, as she say now.
And so what reason would it be for her to hold off telling him unless it's just what she said? She was waiting to get a confirmation from her doctor.
Because he's not the father, that's why. It don't take that long for a doctor to tell you if you're pregnant or not.
So, Ms. Mcnair, were you dating anybody else? Were you involved with anybody else?
No, Your Honor, I was not dating anyone or involved. I had a friend, like I said, I did, but sexually, no, ma'am.
But when you say you have a friend, you're just saying you just keeping company. He's just talking. You all don't have a sexual interest in one another?
No, ma'am, we do not.
That's hard for even this court to believe.
That's hard for her to believe. I don't even know why she's sitting over there lying like that.
And they're coming at 1 in.
Right.
As she said, she hadn't seen nobody come to my house at 1. This video looked like it was in the daytime to me. Right.
So what you're saying is her testimony is completely false because
Yes,
she's just
ma'am.
trying to sway her cousin against you.
Yes, ma'am. She's been doing it since
No,
we've
I'm
been
not.
together.
Ain't nothing open at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning but legs, baby. So
You know, don't you? You know, don't you?
Legs.
You do know, don't you? Tiara, I got kids, baby. I be in the house with my kids at that time of morning. I don't have no business being out with no men.
Right, and you was pregnant for a year, right? Almost a year, so.
Yeah,
All right, well, listen. There's a lot at stake here because Mr. Travis has grown extremely attached to Mariyah. She has his last name.
He's blind.
Signed the
He's
birth
not seeing it.
certificate.
He did, Your Honor, he did.
He's blind.
But, Ms. Mcnair, when you looked at that calendar, you saw that it didn't add up. What is your response to that?
That calendar is a lie, Your Honor. That calendar is a lie. Tiara, whatever.
She just said she found out in January.
Her birth date isn't a lie. The birth date is not a lie. The window of conception, that window wouldn't be a lie.
Oh, no.
Is there something you just don't want to say? We're in court now. I always tell people when you're in this courtroom, it ain't no more shame in your game. Let's just deal with the truth and the facts because at the end of the day, it's not for us, it's for the baby.
Just tell
You have
he was
admitted in
being
this
sneaky.
court you were lonely. You've admitted in this court that he was away. You've admitted in this court that that is a correct date for Mariyah's birthday.
It is.
But you're just saying that you only had friends you just had conversation with.
Yes, ma'am. Nothing more.
Jerome, they ain't got nothing to say, so I'm gonna let the DNA do the talking.
That's all I'm waiting on. That's all I'm waiting on anyway. That's all I'm waiting on.
One thing before I read these results, because you say you didn't tell Mr. Travis till almost February, March you were pregnant. Did you get to see him while he was away? Were you in touch with him? Were you talking on the phone?
I was talking to him, but I didn't see him. No, ma'am, I did not.
At this point, this would be a medical miracle. I mean, really. We just ain't 11 months pregnant.
Right. And if that's his baby, God is good.
If that's his baby, if that's his baby, honey, y'all owe me an apology, sweetheart. If that's his baby, you owe me an apology, baby.
All right.
And I want it.
Ms. Mcnair says she wants an apology, Ms. Brown. I hope you prepared.
I'm prepared.
And I just want to know the truth, Your Honor.
And you deserve to know the truth.
He really
Young
do.
man, you do. You do. 22 months is a long time to love a baby. You can fall in love with a baby in 22 seconds. You really do need to know. And that's why we do this, and that's why I have these results for you. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Travis versus Mcnair, when it comes to 22-month-old Mariyah Travis, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Travis, you are not the father.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I am very, very sorry. I know that is not what you wanted to hear. I'm so sorry. Can you express to this court, Mr. Travis, what you are feeling?
A whole lot of pain, Your Honor. because I put my heart into that little girl. And to find out that she not mine, it hurts.
It's 22 months of just pain you could have avoided. Because you know what, Miss Mcnair, you weren't surprised. You let him sign the birth certificate. You've let him for 22 months be in this baby's life, love her, take care of her. Don't roll your eyes up at me, honey. You could have avoided this. You knew the whole time. So all this test of lying you've been doing got us here. Soon as I got my hand on that envelope. Oh, Lord. Jerome, get her.
I'm hot.
Okay.
I'm real hot.
Okay, let me get you some water.
Call the medic.
Call the medic, please.
You good, man?
Take a few deep breaths, okay? Huh? Okay, she said she's really hot. Man, she is. There's actually on, but I think you're just a little hot. About here. You want to try to stand back up?
Mm-hmm. Good.
Wipe your forehead.
Jerome, can you please stand with Miss Mcnair, please?
Okay.
I want to make sure she's okay. You feel better?
I'm good. Yes, ma'am.
There's a lot of things, Miss Mcnair, I can see behind your eyes that only you know, and you can share it when you're ready. But I do believe so much of this pain, of this hurt, of this entire confusing saga could have been avoided with the truth.